How did your unit's toxic positivity culture silence legitimate concerns? Our battalion commander was obsessed with morale. Every morning formation started with mandatory motivation speeches about being warriors and keeping positive attitudes. Captain Nolan Reeves ran our company the same way. Any complaint got shut down immediately with his favorite phrase: "We don't have problems here, we have opportunities for growth." I was a vehicle mechanic. My job was keeping our transport trucks running. These weren't new vehicles. Most had over 200,000 miles on them. Worn brakes, cracked engine mounts, transmission issues. I'd submit maintenance requests listing critical repairs needed before deployment. Every single one came back marked "deferred to post-deployment maintenance window." When I pushed back, Reeves would smile that fake smile. "Why are you being so negative? These vehicles got us through the last deployment. Have some faith." My buddy Curtis worked in the motor pool with me. He'd found stress fractures in the frame of Vehicle 17, actual cracks in the metal that could cause catastrophic failure. We took photos, wrote detailed reports, submitted them through proper channels. 3 days later, Reeves called us into his office. "Gentlemen, I'm concerned about your attitudes. You're bringing down team morale with all this doom and gloom," Curtis tried to explain. "Sir, these aren't complaints. These are legitimate safety issues that need addressing." Reeves cut him off. "I've been in the Army 15 years. I know the difference between real problems and people making excuses. You two need to adjust your mindset." He made us attend a mandatory resilience training class. 4 hours of some contractor telling us that attitude determines outcome and negativity creates its own reality. The other mechanics started avoiding us. Nobody wanted to be labeled as the negative guys. Easier to keep your mouth shut and go along. Vehicle 17 was scheduled for a supply run. 100-mile trip to pick up equipment we needed for deployment prep. Driver was Private Wyatt Sheffield, 20 years old, from Oregon. I approached Reeves one more time. "Sir, I'm begging you. Don't send that vehicle out. The frame damage is real." He looked disappointed in me. "There you go again with the negativity. Wyatt's a great driver. That vehicle will be fine. You need to trust the process." Wyatt left at 0600. Radio check at 0730 confirmed he was halfway there. Everything seemed fine. 0915 we got the call. Vehicle 17 had broken down on the highway. Frame had snapped completely in half while moving at 60 miles per hour. Wyatt somehow managed to keep it under control, got it to the shoulder without flipping. He walked away with just bruises and a story that would haunt him forever. But the investigation started immediately. Safety officer arrived, started asking questions. Who had inspected this vehicle? Who had approved it for operation? All our maintenance reports came out. Photos of the cracks, dates we'd submitted, warnings, everything documented. Reeves tried to claim he never saw the reports. His own signature was on the denial forms. Curtis and I got called to testify. Told them everything about the toxic positivity culture, the silencing of legitimate concerns, the mandatory positivity training instead of actual repairs. The investigation report was brutal. Reeves got relieved of command. The battalion commander got a formal reprimand for creating an environment where safety took a backseat to morale. But here's what really changed things. Wyatt gave his statement to investigators, described what it felt like when that frame snapped, the sound of metal tearing, the certainty that he was about to die. "Two mechanics tried to save my life," he said, "and their commander punished them for it. That's not positive thinking. That's criminal negligence." The Army took it seriously. New policies got implemented across the division. Anonymous safety reporting systems, mandatory mechanical sign-offs that couldn't be overridden by command. Reeves left the Army 6 months later, couldn't get promoted, couldn't get a decent assignment. Last I heard, he's working middle management somewhere, probably still telling people to stay positive. Curtis stayed in, made sergeant ahead of schedule, got assigned to training command where he teaches new mechanics about the importance of documenting everything and never backing down on safety issues. Wyatt finished his enlistment and got out. Started a podcast about military culture and toxic leadership. Has over 50,000 followers. Uses his story as the main example of what happens when positivity becomes more important than honesty. Me? I made it to 20 years and retired. Now I work for a civilian company inspecting commercial vehicles. Every single inspection I do, I think about Vehicle 17, about how close Wyatt came to dying because someone valued appearances over reality. My boss asked me last week why I'm so thorough, why I flag every tiny issue no matter how small. Told him about Reeves and his positivity speeches, about Curtis taking photos of cracks nobody wanted to see, about Wyatt's radio call saying the frame had split in half. Boss just nodded and said, "Good, stay that way. Negative mechanics save lives. Positive mechanics fill graves." Had that quote printed and hung it above my workstation.